The next one is by John Mark Green, and it says, "You are not the darkness you endured. You are the light that refused to surrender." The thing about enduring darkness, particularly if it's childhood darkness, or if you encounter a lot of darkness when you're a child, we, as children, one of the ways we survive is we take everything on board as it's our fault. And that might seem like, oh, why do we do that? And it's a great survival strategy. Because if you are in the care of people that are, that have so many issues, or that they're covered by their own unconsciousness so much that they're abusive to you, they're cruel to you, they're doing terrible things to you. If you're like 1 year old or 6 months old and you realize, you kind of go, I just did this thing and I was smacked, or something was withheld from me, or whatever, and you go, so I've got two options here. These people who are in charge of me, who are responsible for taking care of me, who are responsible for feeding me and loving me, both of which I need for survival, they're kind of crazy. That's option one. They're the problem. That's option one. Option two is, it's my fault, I did something. So option one, they are crazy. That means I am at the mercy of crazy people. In fact, all these bigger people, grown-ups, all seem a bit nutty. They all seem like they've got something going on. And I'm reliant on them. I can't handle that because I can't do anything about them. And the horror of facing that fact that I am being taken care of by people whose issues and whose unconsciousness means that any moment they could destroy me. That's way too much for a little baby brain, little kid brain. Whereas if we go for option B, I did something. The flaw is with me. That is hard to face, hard to deal with, but it's just me. It's just me and me. And I can bend myself into whatever shape I need to stop causing them to react in the way that they're doing. So we start to develop all these elaborate compensation mechanisms so that we don't trigger the people who take care of us. So if we've been exposed to a lot of darkness as a kid, and you don't have to be exposed to a lot of darkness. Kids, we do this just generally. We never think it's our parents. We always think it's us, because it's a better safety strategy, better survival strategy. But if you've been exposed to a lot of darkness, it's very easy to feel like you're the darkness, that the darkness is you, that you're at fault. So the hard and the difficult thing to come to is to realize that you're not the darkness that covered you. You're the light, using the dark and light thing. You're the light that was unquenchable, that was uncoverable, that couldn't be extinguished. That you were the light that couldn't be extinguished, even though you were covered by a lot of darkness. That sounds lovely, doesn't it? That sounds like, oh, well, that'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be like a hallelujah moment. In my experience, it's not. It's very hard to come to, and you have to do a lot of work to de-escalate the survival mechanism, because if you understand how you arrived at the sense of, I'm the darkness is in me, there's just something wrong with me, then those kind of strong beliefs are put in place to keep you alive. So they are not just going to change because because you're tired of feeling bad about yourself. They require a lot of gentle, loving, understanding, consciousness being brought to them to begin to get them to change. But it's a good place to start. This recognition that you're not the darkness that covered you, you're the light that refused to be extinguished. And that's a beautiful thing.